Alright, here we go. Gonna do the Skyrim tutorial right now. So, I know I said I was gonna do this on the PS3, but it didn't look like it was compatible with the DVD recording device, so I'm just gonna play Skyrim with the Xbox. So, pretty much, I mean, same game, just a little different controllers. Plus, hey, this might be easier since you played with the Xbox before. So, kinda here we are. You get your left and right joysticks. You can use your right joystick to move your head. It looks like we're not in a very good place right now, hanging out. This is going to be a pretty long cutscene, so bear with me, but...
Hey, you're finally
now we got this guy trying to talk to us.
You were trying to cross the border, right?
And, I mean, if you want to listen to this, you get a little bit of some backstory and stuff that's going on. I'll try to explain stuff as I'm going around.
Damn you stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here.
And I don't know if you noticed, but if you move your head around, I mean, it's kind of cool because it tries to be realistic by, you know, the sound will get louder or softer depending on, you know, where your head is and if you're looking at the person that's talking.
Speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
So I know I'm kind of talking, so I'll tell you. So this is Ulfric Stormcloak. He is the leader of the rebellion of this country, and they just caught him, so they're thinking that this war is going to be over now, and it's a war between the Imperials and the Stormcloaks. So, good guys, bad guys, kind of depends on where you're sitting. This guy's just apparently a thief of some kind that they caught along the way. And this guy is a rebellion person.
A Nord's last thoughts.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
Steep hill here.
Good. Let's get this over with. Sure. Mara, Debella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
So he's calling out the Divines, which is basically a bunch of gods. In this game, there's gods for pretty much everything. And, you know, this game's pretty mission-based, or, like, you can go around and do a lot of different things, and a lot of them involve these gods where you'll do different things for temples, or the actual god will want you to do stuff for them, so you'll be hearing a lot more about that if you keep playing.
I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Vilod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny, when I was a boy, imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house.
And a little kid's trying to watch us get killed.
Yes, Papa.
Why are we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line.
Well, it's not looking too hot for us right now.
Let's go. Let's go. Shouldn't we keep the gods waiting for us?
No, wait, we're not rebels.
And yeah, in case you were confused, you're not a rebel, you're not the Imperial, you're just kind of some guy you picked up, or a girl in your case.
One at a time.
You get to pick which side you want to be on later in the game, so.
Their damn lists. Ulfric Stormcloak.
So some things real quick, I went ahead and pressed the start button just so I can get this out of the way. So these are like your quest journal and your basic stuff. You can press B, the red button, to exit out of it. You use the left joystick and the right, or the bumpers, excuse me. You can use the joysticks to go up and down from, you know, save, load. This is where you can save. You can use the joystick to go up and down. Use the right trigger to move these things, but right now you can't do anything. Sorry, that's why. Right now it's only letting you save. Normally, as you can see up there, it says quests. You can have more than one quest going at a time, so that's really useful because you can go back and read what you're supposed to be doing. And like I said, usually the left and right trigger, which is the two buttons behind the bumpers, you can use those to change. And then your general stats is just for your own information. It'll tell you things like times you've died, people you've killed, how many diseases you've, had. You can see your level there at the bottom in the center. It says level 1, and then that bar in the bottom will fill up as you get more experience. And when you level up, you can get new skills or learn new spells and stuff like that. And then you have a little calendar, a little made-up calendar they have there for you. The time's the only real thing you'll recognize. Everything else is kind of like made for the game. I assume that Sundays is for Sunday, and then the 17th of Lost Sword, I don't know what that is, the year, somewhere in there. But anyway, so this is the main menu, and that's, that.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
And they're going to kill us all now.
Bailoff of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
And again, this is kind of like Dead Space, so you're going to use the right trigger to move your head and view of the camera, where your left trigger is what you're going to use to move and run.
Anyone else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward. Who are you?
So now this is kind of a cool part of the game. You get to really design the person you want to be. The first thing they have, you use the left joystick, you can go up and down. They got different races. This is like a cat guy. They're not all weird. Some of them are more normal. The Imperial, just kind of normal looking guys. You got elves, and they each have their own abilities. You'll see there on the right part of the screen, like this guy says that they're strongly gifted in arcane arts, which means magic, so they're really good at magic. And they have a special power called Highborn, which they can use to regenerate magic quickly. Like I said, you can just go through all of these. For the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and pick the Sargonian, because I think he's cool looking. So then you can use the right triggers to move. After you've decided who you want, press A, and then, or press X, excuse me. No, actually, no, don't do that. Sorry, there you go. So now you can pick your sex. So for you, you can be, so this is a girl, obviously a boy. So I'm going to move on to head, and then this is like kind of where it gets cool. You can really like change a lot of different things. You can add dirt, I can add scars. I'm going to go ahead and add a sweet-ass scar on my face. And then war paint, why not? And I can change the color of the paint, and it's just pretty crazy like that. Again, right trigger to move different things. I can change my nose. You can use the left trigger to move your head so you can look around and see, cheekbone height, all this. You can really just kind of characterize it however you want. Eye shape, eye color, and you can do all sorts of crazy stuff. I'm going to go ahead and just get some hair on me. Look at that. That looks awesome. And normally they change colors. I don't think it's really working with something that doesn't really have hair, but what we're going to do, when you're done, you're going to press the blue button or the X button, and they're going to want you to name your character. Right now we're Prisoner. I'm going to go ahead and just change it to my initials. Oh, that's not right. There it is. And then press the start button, which is the button to the right of the Xbox logo button, and you'll be done.
Are you a relative of one of the Riften dockworkers, Regonian?
Captain, what should we do? He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure your remains are returned to Blackmarsh. Follow the captain, prisoner.
So, now you're going to follow this lady to your death. Right now it's still cutscene, so you're not really doing anything, but normally you'd be moving the left joystick, which is the joystick at the top.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero,
now they're gonna
but a hero
execute us
doesn't use
all.
a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
Uh-oh, what's that?
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General.
So, now we get these priestess gonna, last word us or whatever. Just some heads up, this game, there's a bunch of these games. Skyrim is just like another, basically like another country. There's Oblivion games before this, which had to do with the Imperial Kingdom, but that was like a different part of the kingdom. So you're gonna hear a lot of different references to things like that from the previous games. A lot of different like areas that people will be talking about. That guy's head just got cut off. That fucking sucks. But if you heard him, he went down like a badass. He was like, basically like, just kill me.
As fearless as that was. As he was.
Next, the lizard.
Square up.
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
And we're about to get out of some cutscenes, so this will be good. You can finally move around on your own accord. Shit just hit the fan with this thing. Now we gotta get the fuck out of here. So again, like I told you before, left joystick is where you're gonna use to move yourself. Right joystick moves your face. You see at the top you have a little bar, and it shows you a lot of different things. It'll show you landmarks, it'll show you buildings and stuff like that, and also have an arrow, and that arrow is always your current mission, and it's pointing you in the direction you need to go. It's kind of basically like a compass. It has north, west, east, south. You're basically in here with the Stormcloaks or the rebels, so you're not missing anything. But you're basically gonna follow whoever has the main arrow is who you're getting. So you see over this guy's head, he's got the little white arrow. That means you're following him and listening to him. So, and the white words will always come up, you know, and you can always follow that around. So they want us to go up this tower right now. Follow this dude. Holy shit! Back it up! Back it up! Let's see. It's gone. Also, realistic about this game, don't like run into fire and shit, because you'll burn, and your health will go up. And right now, your arms are bound, so you can't really do a lot. Jump is the yellow button, or Y, and they want you to jump in here. And that little red bar that just came up, and when you heard me say, ow, is my health, so I'll prove to you. Obviously, this fire isn't good. My health's going down, and you can hear me making noise. Normally, when your hands aren't bound, you can pick shit up and walk around, but for now, we just gotta get the fuck out. So again, following that little arrow, now we see we're following this dude now. Oh, get out of the way of this thing.
Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to stay that way. No, take care of the boy. I have to find the Coleus and join them.
So now we are going to follow this dude to our deaths. No, I'm just joking. Another thing, you just saw that dead body there, hopefully. You can loot bodies too, but again, right now your hands are bound. Oh shit. And so you want to you can't really do anything. Also another thing is crouch is if you press down on the left joystick that you use to walk, you can crouch, and it's called sneaking in this game. You see the little eye come up, that eye, when it's open like that, it means you can be seen. You're visibly being seen. Later I'll show you when it's like not up, that means that you're sneaking around and people aren't noticing you. It's really helpful if you're just trying to, you know, hang out, or if you want to steal shit and nobody's noticing you. Use that as a way to make sure no one sees you. Kind of badass, the guy's little fire from his hands. We're still following this dude. The dragon's still causing havoc. Here he goes. Going this way. Oh shit. He's fucking lighting me up. You don't want that to happen. The good thing about this game also is that your health will regenerate eventually. It's slow, but you just have to go and wait. Normally though, if you're like in a battle or some shit, you got to use like food or potions to like increase your health and stuff. So right now you have a choice. You can go with this guy or with this door. This happens sometimes. You'll notice you have 2 arrows at the top of your screen. I'm just going to go ahead and pick this guy over here because it's closer, but you know, it kind of is like a whole thing because you can either go with the Stormcloaks or the Imperials, and that'll kind of like help you decide if you want to be one or the other. And you actually don't have to be either, so that's good. This game has like 300 hours of gameplay. You can do anything you fucking want. It's insane. I've gotten nowhere near beating it, and I've had it for almost a year. So you know, and then at the top again, the white words come up and they tell you things you've done. So you completed 1. Now your next mission is this: escape Helgen, which is this prison.
We'll meet again in Sovngarde, brother. Looks like we're
So I'm just gonna bring the screen up real quick because now you can actually use your trigger. So see, now you see your quest log. It has a small little paragraph what to do, and then it has a checklist of things you're supposed to do. If you have more than 1 quest, it'll be on the left-hand side with the right-hand side its description. Use your trigger. These are your general stats. Like I said, locations discovered, dungeons cleared, days passed, and then here's how you save, load, fix your settings, etc. Press B to get out of that. And then
that thing was a dragon.
yeah,
No
we
doubt.
need to get our hands on Bob
Just
here,
like the
so.
children's stories and the legends. The harbingers of the end times. We better get moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off.
So get close to this guy. Let him get these bindings off.
There you go.
Alright, now we
May as
can
well
loot
take
bodies.
Gunner's gear.
Our hands are free. We can pick stuff up. You're going to notice, see, A is to take, which is the green button. You can pick things up. There's a lot of useless shit in this game. Like this broom, you'll never need it for anything. You'll see, you won't have to worry about it now, but normally you have to worry about how much weight you're carrying. So you see this broom has a weight of 1 with a value of 1, so you can sell it for 1 coin. Although normally they don't sell for the things that they say they're worth. So this guy wants you to loot this body right here. As you can tell, there's the arrow. Look at it. Now you are looking at his inventory. So Gunjar is the dead guy, and if you go and use the left trigger and then go down, you'll see this is what you have. Right now you have foot wraps and a rough spun tunic. Come back up here, you can see what he has. Let's go ahead and press A to take, and we'll just take all of that. And then you want to equip that stuff because first of all, you want this axe. It's a good weapon. It's decent. I like a sword actually. We'll pick that up later though. You can get rid of that. You can put this on. As you can see, the arrows that are next to the item are what you are wearing. So you can see the foot wraps are in your inventory, but you're only wearing the fur boots. To get rid of shit, because like I said, weight does matter. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, you have an armor rating which says how protected you are, and then your weight. So you have a weight of 300 right now, and you're carrying 23. And then your gold, you have nothing, and then that's your health bar. So I usually like to get rid of shit I don't need, so you press X, and you can store that in the guy, or if you're not actually looting anybody or looking in a chest, you can just press X and he'll just drop it on the ground. So we'll just drop that shit. Oh, the other thing, too, is B is your actual skill, or your actual menu you'll use more often than start. It has skills here, which this will come up later. I don't actually know if in the tutorial for this thing we'll need it, but you basically, these are all the skills you can learn, and like I said, this is where you can learn to do more magic or learn to be a better fighter. And basically when you level up, as you can see at the top, you still don't have anything in your level. You can pick one of these categories, and for example, in this one, your one-handed weapons, if you choose to use this perk, which is what they're called perks, then your one-handed weapon attacks will do 20% more damage. So then we got your items, which again is just that screen, and you can look at everything you have, and it's broken up into different categories. I'm using the left joystick to move around all these menus. You have your magic, so you know there's 4 different kinds of magic. You have destruction, which is flames. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna equip it again. Press X, and you'll equip it. And then you have restoration, which is like healing, which you can use for health, which is pretty cool too. And then your powers are things you use. So this is a power you already have, and you'll get different ones throughout the game. So you can use the power of his to recover health 10 times faster for 60 seconds. And then if you have any effects or diseases, you'll have these on. For example, some effects you have is resist disease, you're 50% resistant disease, and you can breathe underwater. So now that we've equipped our weapons, we can press the X button and it'll come out. So as you can see, I equipped that magic. So if I press the trigger, the right hand trigger will use the right hand, and the left hand trigger will use the left. Stamina. Oh yeah, that's the green bar. So you got 2 other bars to worry about right now. On the right, that's empty, is your stamina bar, which basically means how tired you are, and that limits the amount of strikes you can do. So you really want to be careful about just swinging wildly, because you'll lower the stamina, and once the thing is lowered all the way, you can't really attack. And then your magic bar is kind of like your health bar. It's that blue one, and then you just have to watch it. As soon as it empties, then you're out of magic, and you need to use a potion to regenerate more, or just wait for you to regenerate some more. So, as you can see, it's going down while I'm using magic, and it's going down pretty quickly. So you might want to, both stamina and magic, you want to reserve. Alright, so we got some fighting to come soon. So, here's when I said the sneak. You can see now that the bar, there's no eye, which means they can't see me. But if I move, you'll notice they can, and now you're detected. So I'm going to use fire on them. I'm a pretty big magic guy. Just light them up, but let's use the axe a little bit. And now she's dead, and let's... Perfect. So now again, looting bodies is how you always get more shit. So as you can see, your armor rating right now, it's got a green +2 next to it. That just means down at the bottom of the screen that this is better armor. It's better equipped. The thing is to worry about is there's a difference between light armor, heavy armor, and that kind of stuff. This is light armor. If you look at the little description where it says studded imperial armor, it'll have an armor rating, the weight, and then the value, and then up at the top, or up the top left right there in that box, it'll say light armor. Heavy armor is more, it defends you more, but it's also super heavy. So it's kind of like a decision you have to make if you want to be more protected but slow down, or do you want to be faster but less protected. Everybody picks their own fighting style. Like I said, you know, it's all up to you. I like heavy armor. I think it's cool. Taking that key because we need it. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of her armor and that sword because I really like swords. So equip the sword again, and as you can see, if it has the arrow, it's equipped. And then, you know, equip all of this now. And again, just because this stuff's kind of heavy, let's get rid of this storm cloak. Press X for that. Press X for that. And then let's press B to exit out of all of that. So now, there's another thing here you can do. Point of view can change right now. It's kind of like as if you were the person. But if you like to play like the game better, is if you can see the entire character, you can press down on the right joystick. And now you have full screen view. You can see yourself and what you look like. I don't really like to play this way because it's hard to see where you're going, what you're doing. So, oh yeah, and these crosshairs that you can see, let's see, I'm going to point it at the bear's head. That's kind of like your directional. It's showing you like where you're actually pointing at, like where your magic's going to go and where you're actually going to be swinging. So make sure you are pointing that thing where you need to go. Alright. So like I said, now that you're not bound, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can look at all sorts of shit and pick up whatever you want. I'm not really sure why that guy's waiting behind. See, you can tell now that we're not moving because the arrow is still pointing at that guy. I think we need to maybe open this door then.
See if you can unlock that
Oh yeah. So with the key we picked up, now you've unlocked the door. Keys and stuff like that usually don't weigh anything. So you can search things like this sack. You're gonna have barrels and sacks and shit. And then this is the food I was talking about earlier. You can see over there in the little box it says restores 2 points of health. I have a bunch of these. Usually these are really good. You know, like I said, to increase health. Oh, see, I'm a dumbass. If it says empty underneath the description of it, then don't bother opening it. Don't waste your time. There's nothing in there, obviously. So now we're gonna go down here. Okay, so drag the hallway. So now again, sneaking. Like I said, the crosshairs. There's no eye, which means nobody can see you right now, or they're not paying attention to you. Not necessarily they can't see you. Alright, so if you want to sneak up on people, I forgot to mention, you can get more damage if you sneak up on people. See, he detected us. So we're just gonna burn the fuck out of his face, and then I'm gonna slash him. And for little things like that, that wasn't anything special. That happens randomly throughout the game. You'll just have cutscenes where all of a sudden you're gonna slow-mo awesomely kill somebody. Alright, this guy wants you to search around and pick stuff up. So this is a potion of healing, like I was telling you about. You want those potions of stamina, healing, magic. Those all really, they'll give you like a big boost, whereas like things like this salt pile, they'll only give you little boosts. So, and later in the game, I don't think you actually will do it now, but you can actually make potions yourself, and you can cook your own food. Books are good and bad. If you actually want to read them, they actually have things on them, and you can go to your items section, go to your books, and then you can read, which is A. Sometimes it increases, it gives you like skills that are really useful, but most of the time they're nothing. So I most of the time, if you can, just read them and then drop them. Don't keep them because they rarely help you with anything. So, and like again, more food. We'll harvest the rabbit. We'll harvest the pheasant. You know you have spices and shit up here. So we harvest all that. Check this barrel because that's where the arrow is. Oh look, potion of healing. Let's go through these real quick. Potion of healing. See, they come in all sorts of different things. Right now, you're only going to know the minor ones, which is the weakest of the potions. So it restores 25 points of health. You get 3 of those. Restores 25 points of magicka from minor magic, and then stamina, 25 points of stamina. And then, like I said, this menu, again, you can look at your magic, you can look at your items, and then I forgot one last thing, the map. And you can use this sometimes. You can do 2 things. There's the world map, which is like this map is like a small map like that where you are in right now. This is your current, this is you right now. Your current location is this arrow. This blue arrows or this white arrows where you want to go. These are the signs for doors. So, you know, and then usually what you can do is you can look at the world map. And so this is the world map. You just move around with your left joystick. This has a whole bunch of different things you can explore. That's what I'm saying. This is a huge game. These are the major cities, but there's like a million other cities in this place. So we're going to go ahead and just keep going on with this game. Again, you can go through all of these sacks and barrels, but, you know, I kind of showed you how to do that already. Again, you want potions of healing. You want those little bottles, those potions. Salt's always good because you can make shit with salt. He's going to want to go through here.
Let's get moving.
Also, in dark places, you can sometimes carry torches. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to, but, you know, we're going to go now. Alright, we got people here. We got good guys and bad guys. Right now, you're with the storm folks, which are the guys in blue, so you want to kill these guys in red. Okay, see, so there you go. My magic is low, so I got to be careful how I use that. So, you know, again, loot bodies. You'll find some really cool shit. You'll find better weapons, better armor. Sometimes you won't find anything, which is whatever. And then again, weapons all come with their own things. They're heavy weapons, like anything that says great in it, like a great axe or a great sword is like super heavy. You're gonna use 2 hands. I just like normal swords and stuff because I can use magic in one hand and a sword in the other. And to sheathe your sword and stuff, so let's say you don't want to look like this, if you press the X button, you'll put everything away, and then you can just, you know, have everything free. You know, let's take a look around. You can have a shield. I don't really like shields, but to block, you use the left trigger, which right now you're using for magic, but if you didn't have that magic, you could use it as a trigger. Here's a book, and we can read it by pressing the A button. Nothing, so useless. That's why you don't want to take those. They gave you the option to pick a lock, which this is really useful in the game when you want to get to shit. So here's how it is. You basically are only using your 2 joysticks. You use the left joystick, the one you use to move. You move the actual pick, and then the right joystick actually moves the lock. And so what you want to do is you're going to try to align it to where you think the lock's going to be. So I think that the lock will open if I do this. So, you know, you twist it and it opens, and that was just a lot of luck. I'm going to actually do one where I fuck it up. Just take a bunch of shit. Some gold. Always pick up gold. You're always going to need gold because you can buy shit with it later. So let's pick another lock where I actually break it. So you can, most people also train themselves to do both at the same time. So I'm using both. But, you know, like I said, you know, when you're starting out, you can just move one and then move the other. So you broke it. So obviously it's not easy. You got to pick the right area. So, you know, you can't just like use whichever, you know, it's not just moving it. Like, you know, see, like, yeah, like, whenever it shakes like that, that means that you're about to break it, and it's not right. So see, I just broke it. So that's how you pick locks. So let's finish this up. Now we're gonna keep going, and I'm actually gonna just go ahead and cut in front of this guy because otherwise he's just gonna slow us down. Again, search all the shit that you want. There's always good stuff, and for the sake of the tutorial, I don't really want to spend a bunch of time, but there's always stuff, you know, there's always corpses and shit you can look at, and sometimes you'll get really lucky and you'll get, like, cool shit. So, I'm going to keep going through this little cave thing, because we want to get out of this bitch. So, oh, and also run, you can run in this game. Run is the right trigger. So see how I'm running now, and now we gotta fight some people. Light it up, bitch! You can also use a bow and arrow. I guess I'll do one in a second for you, just so you have an idea what a bow and arrow looks like. And you see, you can increase your level. You just saw on the screen that happened. Oh yeah, I just feel like I have a fire. Oh, see, but I burned myself. So I'm gonna search him, and I'm gonna get the iron bow and the long bow. So now you have a bow and arrow. So let's switch it to that and just play with that for a little bit. So you go up here to weapons, and you want to switch it. Just press the B button, and you'll go to your menu. You need, for the arrow, you need to equip both your arrows and your bow. Now you're equipped. It's a two-handed weapon, so you're gonna need to. You use your right trigger to pull back, and then you just aim with your right trigger, or with your right joystick. So when you want to shoot it, you just release the right trigger. You hold down to hold it back, and then you just release it. So let's use it again. So like I said, you press the right trigger, you can hold it, you're holding it, and then release, and you release. Alright, so again, switch back. I like the sword and the fire, so I'll just go back to sword and see if my fire's automatically equipped. Yep, alright. So let's get out of here. You're gonna have levers and shit sometimes, or chains to pull. Make sure you're paying attention to that kind of stuff. So you pull that lever to get the bridge down. And like again, left trigger, run. So we can run through this bitch, get through this a lot quicker. Dragon's causing a ruckus upstairs. Oh. So we're gonna go through this tunnel. Oh, also running takes your stamina away though, so if you notice, see my green bar's filling up again. If you run the entire time, you'll run your stamina to the ground, and you need stamina to fight. So, looks like we're gonna have some company. So, fire that shit up. You gotta watch out for these spiders, they'll spit poison shit at you. So, again, I just like to burn these bitches up. And then, you know, every once in a while, you know, you need to just get in there and stab them. Like I said, they'll spit shit at you, so be careful. Watch your health. Always watch your health. So, again, you can eat spiders, and they'll have venom and shit. And you can equip poisons to your swords and arrows. So sometimes shit like this is hanging. To get to it, you need magic. Shoot some fire at it. Awesome. Now we're gonna keep going. You can also look around this chamber, but I don't want to. So this is a good sneaking one. I was telling you, if you sneak up on somebody, you can get a lot of points. And actually, this is what I like to use the bow and arrow for. When you're sneaking, and it's like a long distance attack. So get your arrow, get your bow, and he's gonna say, "Oh, watch out for that bear." And you can do two things. You can either sneak around the bear and not engage him in a fight, because bears are pretty fucking tough. Or you can fucking kill the bear like I'm about to. You just want to make sure you put the crosshairs in the direction you want to go with the arrow. Again, right trigger, hold down to pull back the arrow, and then release it to release. And so, see, you get 2 times damage for using sneak. There's a slummo that I was talking about. I just killed the shit out of it. And so to get out of sneak, you just, again, left trigger, or not left trigger, left joystick, right joystick, or left joystick, press down the left joystick, and you can sneak and search the bear. These are all things you can use to sell or make potions with. I don't really give a shit. Let's run. So now we killed the bear, and now I think this is going to be the end of the tutorial. So, yep, and then now you're just going to be going to Skyrim, and the game can actually start now. So once we go through here, you'll make your escape. They'll have these, every time they're loading an area, they'll have these screens, and it's pretty interesting. It'll teach you about different shit that you can learn. And so, you know, yeah, so hopefully you learned how to use Skyrim, and I tried to go over things a couple of different times, but yeah, so that's my tutorial.